and welcome to The First 100, a video review blog where we discuss the first 100 pages of a book. Because if you can get through the first 100 pages, you can get to the end. This program is brought to you by the Friends of the Library of Montgomery County, where for 30 years we have protected, defended, and supported the Montgomery County Public Library. Today, we are celebrating Banned Book Week, which runs from September 30th to October 6th. This week is dedicated to reading books that people have banned, challenged, or just in general have argued against since they've been published. We are getting started with To Kill a Mockingbird. It is set in a small town called Maycomb, and you follow the story of Jean Louise Finch, also known as Scout, and her brother Jem and her dad Atticus. But it kicks off with the summertime when she is describing how her brother Jem broke his arm. And the story kind of follows through a 2-year period leading up to and ends at, in the first 100 pages, a trial where Tom Robinson, a black man, is accused of raping a white woman, and Atticus Finch is charged with defending him. Basically, what we have here is a tale of childhood innocence, of racism and class and social structure in this small town. The book itself is a little bit hard to read. It's written in dialogue of the time. It's 1930 South kids talking. You have a distinction in class. The poor farmers speak totally differently than, say, Atticus Finch. When he talks, he's very educated. He's using complete sentences. He's not using any slang. But when Scout and her brother talk, it's like a combination of the two. But then when you have the poorer farmers, you have a lot of slang and a lot of dialect of the era. So that can be a little challenging to get through. Also, there's a lot of references to words and situations which may or may not make you incredibly uncomfortable. This is a book that is talking about racial problems and institutionalized racism in this small town, and that can make people very uncomfortable, and is one of the reasons this book has been challenged so many times. But I think it's very important because, after all, this is a piece of our history, and if we keep ignoring it, it still stays institutionalized. When you get to the end of the first 100 pages, you really want to keep reading, because now is when it gets interesting. You've had all this setup, you've had the characters, you can see kind of where it's going. You've already been told that Tom Robinson's trial is kind of a sham, that he's always going to be found guilty at the end, but you want to see what's going to happen. You want to see how the town's going to react. You want to see how the characters are going to change and interact with each other. You want to see, like, if maybe Atticus Finch can come out on top. Go Gregory Peck. But I can't tell you what happened because I did not read. So I guess it has come time for the score. It's a little bit difficult to read. It's kind of heavy, but I think that it is one of the books that you should read, because I think that this book is a piece of history in the American tale. So I would give it, on a scale of 10 to -10, because after all, you should have as many points for as against. I would give it a 10. This book is one of those books that you should always read. A 10! This is a 10. This is a 10 book. You can find it at our bookstores. We have 3 locations. You can go on our website, www.folmc.org, for our locations, or you can check out a copy at your local branch library. There are multiple covers, so just look for To Kill a Mockingbird. And this has been Jacqui from Friends of the Library with a First 100 review.